Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday to you. If this week has gotten you down at all, I want you to stay tuned because we have an all new episode sure to uplift you of Project Joy Live starting right now. Everybody, and happy Friday to you. It is Friday, April 19th, 2024. I hope you are doing amazing and well today. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I'm super excited to be with you this morning for another episode of Project Joy Live. It is your triple shot of good vibes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. May not be morning where you are in the world. And I think about this a lot because we have so many people that come on our network that are global, like our very special guest today. But so it might not be morning when you get to see this. You might even be in my time zone and you don't get to this until later today. But my hope is always that wherever you are, that it brings you some kind of joy to continue the rest of your day. Or maybe you're listening to it before bed and it brings you joy before then. And there's really nothing better than that either. So my hope is that it brings you joy wherever you are in your day. And I'm so glad that you're here with us today. We have a jam packed show, including an incredible guest. So I want to get to that in our morning brew. Here we go. I hope you are waking up and enjoying whatever the day has brought you so far. If not, I hope you get some joy from the show today. Coming up today, we are kicking it right off. We're moving some of our segments around today, and we're kicking it right off with our incredible returning guest, Olivia Ambani. Yes, she is back. She is here, and she is going to be chiming in our brand new segment called The Soundtrack of Our Lives. We're going to be talking to different musicians around the world about the songs that lift them up in different circumstances. And then when we get to the end of their segment, we're going to find out what's their songs, what are some of their songs that should be the soundtrack of your lives as well. So I'm really excited. Olivia Ambani is here this morning, all the way from Kenya. After the break, we have our moment for compassion. We've got birthdays, and we have a lot happening on the network between today, tomorrow, then literally next week is jam packed as well. So I have a lot to share with you about what's to come. I want to say good morning to Miss Nina joining us this morning. Good morning, Nina. Good morning, Miss Brittany. Happy Friday. She's in that VIP seat up front. Miss Nancy is here today. Good morning on this awesome Friday, full of events in Asheville this weekend. Love that. That's Asheville, North Carolina. It's all the events around the world seem to be ramping up quite a bit because it's starting to be, at least in this part of the world, it's starting to be springtime. The people are getting outside, they're enjoying the weather, and it's starting to warm up just a little bit here here in New England. So we're all happy about that. I'm excited for beach season. I'm ready. Bring it on. Bring it on. All right, guys, listen, I want to tell you about our guest today. She has been on the Breakthrough Show. She had multiple times. She has been on Project Joy Live multiple times. Many of you guys saw that she connected with another one of our guests, Brett Weiss, and they are literally made beautiful music together when her song appeared in the documentary that Brett Weiss is putting together. She's also inspiring me on a daily basis to do all of the different things and be multifaceted because she's also a marketing expert. She also is incredible with graphics, all kinds of things that she does in her life. And so she inspires me to be multi passionate. She inspires me that it's never too late to do what you've always dreamed of, to follow your passion. And with that, I want to welcome back to the show, Olivia Ambani.
In the dream of my group, I decided to see.
Good morning, Olivia.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
So excited to have you back. And I was telling you before the show, you're famous in this house. This morning, I've had a kind of challenging couple of weeks. I've had a lot of things going on that I'm just having to navigate, and I always revert back to better than just fine. But this morning, I'm sitting here and I'm singing, "It's gonna be all right." And across the room, I hear my daughter go, "Better than just
Oh,
fine." And
yay. I love that.
I was like, "She's famous right here."
Yes. Oh, that moves me so much. I'm so happy to hear that your family knows my songs. Thanks to you. Hey,
Yes.
Freddie, and thanks for the hello.
Listen, I pride myself on making sure that my kids are aware of good music.
Yay to that.
So I love it. So listen, we've had you on for all different reasons, and I'm excited that you agreed to do this new segment, the soundtrack of our lives, with us, because I'm always interested in what are the songs that lift up musicians. Is it your own music? Is it other music? Are there different genres than what you sing? Like, I'm just always curious. So I figured we'll go down the curiosity rabbit hole together for this segment. And so, how this is going to work is I have a couple of questions for you about different scenarios that might play out in your life. And the question is, what is that song that you hear when you think about
Ooh,
those moments?
okay,
Okay.
okay.
All
Yes.
right. So, this first one, this is very appropriate for the show. You're super tired when you wake up in the morning, but you have a busy day ahead. What
Ooh.
song are you putting on to give you that morning energy you need?
It's actually one of my own. Take a chance.
Yes.
Yeah, because it has, especially when it's close to the weekend, like it has this like soul vibe and like, yeah. So I love playing it close to the weekend because this makes me think like, yeah,
I
give
love
it
that
up,
one.
give it up,
I,
oh God. Yeah.
that is
So,
great. That is great. Okay, take a chance.
mhm.
I'm taking notes here. I'm taking notes. All right. Okay, next question. So this is I need 3 songs for this one. You're going on a long road trip. What 3 songs are you absolutely including on your playlist?
Wow, that's a tough one. So it depends on like it depends on like what I'm feeling. So for sure, what would I have? Actually, right now, what would be on there, because I'm listening to her a lot, is Tyler. The song Truth or Dare. I really love that
Ooh.
song of hers. So that would be there. What would be there as well? There would definitely be like an electro house song. I'm trying to think. There's so many in my mind, and I'm like, which one would I pick? Hmm. Now it's so funny. Now when you have to like think
I
on the
know.
spot, you're like, what song would be on my playlist? There's actually a really nice song called Nairobi. I think it's by Fuzak and Dylan. It's like an electro house song, and it's really nice. And it kind of makes me think of my city, like the one that I'm in, Nairobi. So
Yeah.
I really love that. And then the third one, I think it might be right. So I'm gonna state for what I'd listen to now, but this would change. This would always
Oh,
change.
absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. Right now, actually, I would definitely listen to Fast Car by Tracy Chapman. Like, it's
Yes.
just a classic that's come back. And I was literally singing it this morning. I was like, "You got a fast car," and I was like, "Oh, I love that song." So yeah, those three.
And that one's perfect for a road trip. We try not to speed during
Yeah,
singing. I love
exactly.
that. I love that song so much. And it moved me to tears when she was on the Grammy Awards. Like I was
Right,
just it was a
right.
it was a whole moment.
It
I
was.
got to see her. I got to see her in concert back in the 90s
Wow.
when she came out with Give Me One Reason. So
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, it's a whole moment. It's a whole moment
Right?
to think. Okay, so this question's a little bit more on the other spectrum of things. So you're in a season of grief. You've
Ooh.
experienced a death or a breakup or something of that kind that has you in, you're just in that sad place. What song is playing as you cry it out?
Oh my God. Most of them would be my songs. So
I
there's
can see
two.
that. I can see.
Yeah, so the one for sure, it depends which state I'm in. So if I'm like, oh my God, this is horrible, but I still want to get through it, is Let It. I would definitely play Let It. And if I'm just like, this is horrible and I need help, I'd play Shoulder. But probably Let It would be my go-to because it's it helps me express and I feel like it's a hug in a song. And interestingly, like I did actually lose my auntie last year. And so we did Let It was a song I played that morning even before I knew. And it's a song I sang at her funeral. So it's one of those songs that honestly for me it's very powerful. Like I play it when I'm like, I'm done, I don't know what to do. So Let It would definitely be my go-to song.
Oh my god. And those are the two of yours that I go to when I'm upset. And also if I'm feeling really bad about myself in whatever, sometimes we get in that place where we're just not feeling ourselves at all.
Mm.
I remind myself of my worth and my love and my joy, and I sing or I play let Yes I Love You.
Yeah.
All the time. All the
Oh,
time when I'm having
dear.
and I'll cry my way through that.
I love that. I'm so happy to hear that because for me those songs at first like it was just a straight love song, but then the more I performed it, it changed what it meant for me. It became more of a self-love song. So I love how music can evolve even if you wrote it for one purpose. Like everyone can have it their own meaning. So I'm really happy to hear that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
You're walking on stage to give the most important speech of your life. What song are you walking out to?
Oh my gosh, that is hard. I have like three and they're all mine and I don't know what to say.
Listen,
Um,
as it should be if it's you walking on stage.
yeah, right? It should be. I think I think it would be Dreams of My Goku.
Ah,
And it would
yes.
be, yeah, I decided to believe in the dreams of my Goku. Yeah, that would be the song I would be walking down to. Definitely. I think that's the one. Yeah.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
I think that's a great one because it really speaks to that your purpose, and I think spirit even does that as well. Like
Yes, it does.
just following your dreams, what you know you're supposed to do in this life. So if you guys haven't heard Dreams of My Goku and then also Spirit, missing out. must go listen to those. Okay. So this is gonna be the final one here. Final question of the day. Drum roll, please. Um, you let me see which one I want to pick here. Hmm. Insert Jeopardy music here. Okay. 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 You are feeling the love. You've caught. You're feeling very loved. You're maybe getting into a juicy, amazing romantic relationship. What is that song that, as you're feeling that love in your heart, and you want to go spend all the time with them and everything else? What is that song that comes to mind for you?
Oh my days. Ooh. There's many. You see, this how it shows how much I love my music because they'll probably be my songs. But there's another one. I'm trying to think of. No, well, I'm just gonna say my song, but I wanna. There's one that's gonna come to me in a second. But Yes, I Love You for sure would be like top of mind. It's one of those songs I just love singing, and when I think about it, I'm like, this is the like you feel like you're in love. So Yes, I Love You for sure. And
Yeah.
then I'm wondering why I've forgotten all the. Oh, yes. And then there's another song by, oh my God, his name has disappeared, but there's a song that's This Is Why I Love You. This is why I love you because you love me. I forgot the name of the person who sang the song, but that's the song I would definitely like. I sung it at a wedding as well, or I've
Mm.
heard it, and it's gorgeous. So it would be that, and during the show, the name will come back. But yeah, those two.
Yes. All right. So those are Olivia songs. What we're gonna do is as we're going through all of these segments with our amazing performers that come on the show, we're gonna make a whole playlist of all of these songs on Spotify. And so when we do that, we're gonna get it put on our website next week. I will have that link ready for you guys, but then we'll just add to it. We'll just add to
Yeah.
it every week. And Tawana, that's joining us this morning. Good morning, Tawana. She makes a Friday playlist, every playlist, and
Okay.
she's adding all the music. She's adding all the music today.
Yay.
So we love that as well. Okay, so as you're thinking about your music now, what would be one or two songs that you would say everyone should at least give it a listen and consider adding it to the soundtrack of their lives?
Oh, two, better than just fine. I'm actually wearing the shirt of it. Um, I think that one for sure you should, because it's a timeless song, and it's literally just about like wherever you're in your life or in your dream and trying to like make it happen. And we all go through seasons, right? And so for me, better than just fine would be number one. And then the second one was hard, but I would say right now, Spirit. I think everyone should listen to Spirit because it speaks to a lot about, we face a lot of doubt. And there's a line in the song that I say, speaking to all the doubt in me, I no longer believe your themes. Let my spirit now take the lead. And honestly, before I even released that song in March, I was going through a really dark time in my mind. And I was just like, I don't want to be here. And it was just really horrible. But I remember went for a walk and a run. And then I was practicing the song because I needed to go shoot promo. And I started saying that part of the song. And I'm like, started crying because it spoke to me. And I think so many times, most of the doubt and fear we have is based on us comparing ourselves to other people. And
Mm.
so Spirit is perfect because it literally speaks to doubt. It's like, my friend, no, we are not believing your themes. We know you're trying to protect us, but that is not helping us. And so it speaks life into whatever situation. So better than just fine and Spirit, you must listen to, and then you can decide.
Love it. I love it. And I love what you're saying for two reasons. One, that isn't it beautiful when we put something out in the world and it happens to come out at the time when we need it too? Like,
Right?
isn't that something magical? Which
Yes.
I love. And then what you're saying, my mantra lately, the last 2 weeks really has been, I am not participating. I am
Mm,
not participating. And what I mean by that is like when people try to pull me out of my place of love and joy, and I'm not participating in it. I'm
yeah.
just not going to be a part of that. And so I love that your lyrics to Spirit speak so heavily into that as well. And listen, my Spotify DJ, I don't know if any of you guys have used the AI DJ on Spotify, but it's a lot of fun. It kind of takes things that you normally listen to, and then sometimes it'll add new things in there that it thinks you might like. It plays Olivia Ambani often for me.
Yeah.
So even AI is learning what's up.
Yes. Thank you. That's such great feedback. I'm so happy.
I love it. Listen, so Tawana said it's This Is Why I Love You by Major, I think is the
Yes,
song. There it
that
is.
is it. That's the song. That's the
Thank
song.
you.
It's
Good
by
looking
me.
out, Tawana. I've got it officially on the list now. I love it. Olivia, what are you working on right now? What are some things that you were just on the news?
Yes, I was. This was crazy. So I was on Africa 54 News VOA, Voice of America News, and it just all came together in such a beautiful way. I was literally prepping for a show, and then I got a message from one of my press contacts saying, "Are you available for this big show?" And I'm like, I'm literally about to do sound check, but I said yes, and it all came together amazingly. And when I said yes, it didn't click that I was going to be on the news. I thought it was just going to be a lovely interview and that's it. But when I saw the final cut, I was like, oh wait, I'm part of the news, like Friday news that are saying Olivia Ambani's our entertainment segment. So that was mind blowing. I've put like how it all happened on my YouTube channel, so you guys can check it out. I'll probably put a link or something when I comment on this
Yeah.
video. But yeah, it was just like, wow, mind blown.
So exciting. So what are you working on right now? When can we expect new music? Tell us all the things.
Yeah, so I have new music coming out next week on Wednesday. Actually, it's
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yes, yes. This is one of those years where things are just moving faster than I can
I
keep up.
see
But
that.
yeah. So next week on Wednesday, there's a remix to one of my songs called Remember. An Afro house remix is coming out. Super awesome, super fun, will be very danceable. And so there's that. And then there's also a song I've done with two artists, Pascal and Opio. That's coming out, I think, May, June time. It's on their album. So I think the song is called Alone. That's going to be coming out. It's really, really powerful song. And then I have started working on my second album, a couple of songs of that. Yes. So I'm pretty sure by hopefully, if Spirit and everything aligns, end this year or mid-end this year, you should have some new music that's off the album. And yeah, working on a show as well. So there's a lot I'm doing, but I'm excited. I feel very aligned and I feel very supported. And so, yeah. And my YouTube channel, check out my YouTube channel because there'll be lots of updates and vlogs on there.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. And we'll get Olivia's YouTube channel down in the comments during the break. Olivia, thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate you. And I always love to have you back. Brittany said, yes, every time I need it the most, Olivia songs always pop up. Last night had a really tough time with something and Better Just Fine than Just Fine started playing. So
Oh, I'm so happy. It's aligned and the music finds you. Thank you so much for that. And thanks for having me. I love being on your show. Like, I'm just like, yes, can I be a resident guest?
yes, all the time. Please, anytime, come back, and we'll have you back. And I think we toyed around with that for a moment last time you were on about like we're gonna come up with something, guys. Well, I don't know what it is yet, but we're gonna come up with something magical, and you'll of course see more of Olivia soon. Olivia, thank you again for being here today. We're gonna take a quick break, guys, and we'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. It is Friday, April 19th, 2024. Isn't Olivia amazing? Listen, everybody is always so excited when Olivia comes on. We got lots of love out there. I just appreciate her in so many ways. You know, I've had so many people on the Breakthrough Show Network over the years, and there's just certain people that you just feel connected to immediately. And then to have that literally added bonus of her music has become the soundtrack of my own life. I love that she was here to kick off this segment with us on this episode. We have to get into our moment of compassion this morning, so I don't want to put it off any longer. Here we go. So we have been doing this moment of compassion for quite some time, 9 different episodes now. We have several more to go. This is going to last throughout the year, I think, for us, which is always great. These are compassion teachings. It's the teachings for awakening the heart in everyday life. Compassion teachings by Pema Chodron, who is an American Buddhist nun, and she really is fantastic. And these have been expanding our mind and pushing us right down the rabbit hole in the morning. So, card number 9 today. Again, these are not oracle or tarot or anything like that. They're just teachings on cards. This one says today, you ready for it? In all activities, train with slogans. In all activities, train with slogans. The commentary says recalling any of these slogans, quote, on the spot can dissolve our self centeredness and unkindness. And as we talk about slogans, for me, what pops to mind are things like sayings, affirmations, mantras. I talked about my I am not participating mantra that I've been using the last couple of weeks. Um, the hold my ground mantra, things like that. When we are going through a situation or a time in our life when we start to feel out of alignment with love and compassion and peace, recalling some of these things on the spot can help to pull us out of that situation. Because as we're like, we have a choice, right? As our brain is processing things, we might be in a struggle and we start kind of spiraling. Raise your hand in the audience this morning if you have ever spiraled before. Raise your hand if you have ever. I'm not talking about falling all the way down. I mean, you don't even have to have gotten there. Even if you've recognized the spiral, raise your hand. And sometimes when we start that little spiral, all of these thoughts and the longer we marinate on it, the more challenging it can become because we start to have thoughts. I know for me that I start to not recognize myself. I start to not recognize myself in those thoughts. I become non peaceful, angry, frustrated, not in a space of joy, forgetting that I am the joy, like all of these things. Tawana's like, hello, me. Okay. I feel like we've all been there where we've kind of spiraled down a little bit. So when we go to remember these things, when we have like that pattern interrupt of saying, like, the think acronym is a great, I feel like, slogan for these situations. Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it informational? Is it necessary? Is it kind? All of these things that we can think about to interrupt the pattern and go, okay, pull ourselves out, as the card said, of self-centeredness and unkindness. And so I think these slogans are really important. There's a lot of people out there that tout toxic positivity, which we need to do an episode on that really soon. Because part of the challenge with that is that sometimes it's that positivity, that little jolt that we give ourselves that pull us out of these situations that we're in. So that is our compassion teaching today. In all activities, train with slogans. I'm glad everybody's caught themselves spiraling at one time or another. So all of that said, guys, I hope you've been enjoying this moment of compassion. Let me know if you have. And we'll be moving on now to our birthdays. Here we go.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating today. In the world of celebrity, actor James Franco, 46 years old today. Actress Kate Hudson is 45 years old today. Tim Curry, a legend actor, is 78 years old today. Wow. Ashley Judd is 56 years old today. So happy birthday to everybody in celebrity land. The celebrities in my life, we have some very special birthdays today. First of all, my brother-in-law, Bill Daniels, has a birthday today. Happy birthday, Bill. And my grandfather, Anthony Spinato, had a birthday today. He has since passed away in 2010, but I'm so glad and grateful to be here in this area. Actually, I'm less than a mile from his father's childhood home here in New London, Connecticut now. And I didn't realize how close we were to the house that my ancestors came from when they came from Sicily. I'm less than a mile down the road from that now. And it's a really beautiful thing to be in that delicious Italian, Sicilian spinato energy. Okay. I'm just down the road here. So happy birthday to my grandpa. I will probably cart myself down the street and go poke a little hello to him over at the cemetery today. Also, the incredible Jill Celeste has a birthday today. She's doing amazing things in the world for women and networking and entrepreneurs. And so make sure you check out Jill Celeste on social media. Also, a few school friends have birthdays today and tomorrow from my St. Bernard High School days, my good old Catholic schoolgirl days. Carrie Schumann Lee has a birthday today, Sarah Lombardo, and tomorrow, Mary Collins. Happy birthday to all three of you beautiful ladies. And I'm so thankful that you have been part of my journey on this planet. And I hope you have an amazing day. So, with that, let's get our birthday song on. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear James Franco, Kate Hudson, Tim Curry, Ashley Judd, Bill Daniels, Anthony Spinato, Jill Celeste, Carrie Schumann Lee, Sarah Lombardo, and Mary Collins. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating today and over the weekend. And I'm literally crying, laughing over here. Nancy said, whoop, whoop, pass the sauce. Okay. Pass the sauce. Speaking of songs that bring us joy, you know what song makes me just giggle with laughter? Baby's Got Sauce. I just love that song. It makes me laugh so hard every time. And I get in the cooling out with my Popa lady. Got that special sauce because she's my baby. Listen, Brittany, it's getting out of line. Getting out of line over here. Tawana, we got to add that to the playlist today. We got to add that to the playlist. I've lost it now. It's done. It's time. Let's figure out what's happening on the network today and through the weekend. All right. So if we can get ourselves back together, okay? This is a serious program. This is a serious program. All right. Here we go. So, coming up after this, we have our virtual co-working. Any entrepreneurs, feel free to join us. Anybody can join us, really. If you have a to-do list, all you have to do is bring you and your to-do list. We begin at 9:55 a.m. Eastern time for check-in, and we begin honor those lists promptly at 10 a.m. Eastern. So much fun to come in there, set goals, and then celebrate our accomplishments together. We have been averaging in those sessions over 20 tasks every single session that we're all getting accomplished. So it'll be the most productive part of your day. Come and join us for that. Again, check in at 9:55 a.m. Eastern, and you can go to the breakthroughshownetwork.club to enter the virtual community, and I'll help direct you to where you need to go from there, because we have like over 20 different workspaces and hangout spaces in there at this point. So encourage you to join us for that. Coming up this afternoon, Rachel Rayner is on the show. The Journey Back Home, 1 p.m. Eastern time. She is a hotelier and also a healer in Morocco. A good friend of Tina C. Hines, which you guys have seen on the show as well. And she's going to be talking about her upcoming book, as well as how she came back home to herself and that sort of journey to self-love. So definitely tune into that today, 1 p.m. Eastern, of course, on the Breakthrough Show Network. And then tomorrow morning, we invite you to join us every single Saturday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time for some soul-led sister time, brother time, soul-led conversation. It is amazing. Everybody is invited, and I highly recommend you come at least once and see if it is your vibe. It's about 30-45 minutes, and we love to celebrate each other and connect and go down the rabbit hole with a poignant question every Saturday morning. Next week, we have a very busy week on the Breakthrough Show Network. I'm going to give you a couple highlights. The first, and you may want to set your reminders for this because this is not something that happens around here. My special guest for Project Joy Live on Monday is, drumroll, my husband, Philip Dugas. Get ready, set your reminders, because I'm going to warn you right now, my husband has no filter. Not one. And this is why I love him so much. But the reason he's coming on the show Monday is because it's actually his birthday on Monday. So he is off. And I was like, baby, will you be my guest? And he's like, only for you. Only for you. He is not comfortable on camera. He doesn't have a filter. So set your reminders, because this is going to be one to remember. We have a new episode of Beyond 2D, our second part in Forgiveness and Compassion, Living Compassion, coming up on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Miss Brittany will be joining us back on Project Joy Live Wednesday to talk about the color of joy. And an old school friend of mine will be joining us on the Breakthrough Show next Friday, Rising Beyond Addiction. Adam Foley will be here. And this is going to be a conversation you do not want to miss. You do not want to miss it. That's all I can tell you. All right. I love it. I love it. Baby's got sauce. You got to make sure you spell sauce correctly. Okay. Awesome. Yes. Felipe is here. Listen, don't think I won't introduce him like that. I will do everything in my power to have some fun with that man on the show on Monday. Yes, my husband will be here. We're going to talk about love and joy and all of that goodness. We're going to talk about a lot coming up on Monday. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I want to thank my very special guest, Olivia Ambani. Always a pleasure. Make sure you guys go follow her on YouTube, on the Instagram, all of that. You don't want to miss this incredible music that's coming out. And next week, I'll be able to drop the link to you guys of our Soundtrack of Our Lives playlist, which will be based on all of our incredible musicians that are coming on the show. The next one I have on the schedule is Friday, May 3rd. Ray Coates will be here, and he's actually premiering brand new music that day, so you don't want to miss it. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day, and we will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
And I've been lifting myself up, yeah.